Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Week 3 4-star Chicago Sports NFL Prop Bet Show. We've been keeping it high, we've been keeping it tight, and we've been keeping your pockets full. How are we going to do this in Week 3? Find out next. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Week 3 NFL Prop Bet Show on 4-star Chicago Sports, brought to you in part by Ideal Amusements and River Street Tavern. Both establishments are located in East Dundee, and make sure you go check out our boy Kyle Duplessis. He's always working and always looking to see your fresh face out there at River Street Tavern, 102 East River Street in downtown East Dundee. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've started off pretty hot to start the season. We got to say we are pretty happy with starting off 5 for 5 in Week 1 of the college football season. Thank you. Now, we skipped last week because those spreads were really, really big. Didn't really like them. Just decided to move on. I don't like 30, 40-point spreads. So we've just been doing the last couple of weeks. We've been sticking around with, NFL prop bets. We've laid down 18, and we're 12 of 18. Forget about that sad trombone, because I'm not sad because my pockets are still fat. Missing 6 out of the 18, whatever. How are we going to do it this week? We got to keep it rolling. Let's roll those dice. Let's see if you're ready to cash them or pass them with me. Let's take our first trip down the road across the country to Hollywood, where the Niners and the Rams will face off on the gridiron in Los Angeles. I'm going to take that 94.5 prop they have right now on Jordan Mason, and I'm going to smash that thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say to you that when I say get in early so you're going to get your best opportunity to cash in your prop, please do that. I got this a couple days ago at 80. It's up to 94. Probably has something to do with the George Kittle injury. But this leaky Rams defense has given up 122 to counter last week, gave up 131 to the Lions in that Sunday night tilt to open up the season. They've let up a touchdown to each one of those running backs. So if you're feeling froggy, you could probably put this 94.5, pair with an anytime touchdown with Jordan Mason, and I think you're going to be feeling okay with that. On my second prop bet of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take you a little bit down south, but we're going to stay out west, and we're going to head over to Vegas, where the Raiders, Brock Bowers, over 45.5. I'm loving to smash it. His first week in the NFL, he had 6 catches for 58 yards. Last week, he had 9 catches for 98 yards. He's also getting a 25% target share in that offense. And guess who he gets to play? Yeah, you guessed it. The Carolina Panthers. Yeah, let's go. That ain't no defense he's going to be scared of. This guy's probably going to go bunkers. I love this 45.5 over. I told you guys in our draft show, this is the most ready guy in this draft to come in and make an impact on day one. Man, he hasn't made me a liar. He looks really good, and he's going to continue to roll into week number 4, smashing that prop. My next guy, we're going to stay in Las Vegas. We're going to pull out those chips, and we're going to continue to gamble. I'm going to take Zamir White over 55.5 rushing yards. That's right, guys. I'm going to smash this prop. I love Antonio Pierce coming out this week and saying, we're going to get this ball to this guy 20-plus times in this game. If they give this ball to Zamir White 20-plus times in this game, he's going to smash that 55.5 prop that he has. The Carolina Panthers are giving up 166 yards a game, second most in the NFL right now. Last year, they gave up 122. So what does that tell me? They're going from bad to worse. Yuck. They had the 29th ranked line before the season started, defensive line that is, before the season started. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it's getting any better. Smash Zamir White. Take that 55.5 over. Put it in your back pocket. I'd play this up to probably 60, 65, to be perfectly honest with you. The next trip, we're going to leave the West Coast and we're going to head to the Music City, where the Tennessee Titans look for their first victory against that team up north of Chicago. Tony Pollard is coming in with a 59.5 rushing prop and I'm going to smash that. That team from up north right now is giving up 5.1 yards per carry and 142 rushing yards a game. Tony Pollard's first game, he had 82. Last week, he had 62. But here's a little extra cherry on top. Tyjae Spears in this game is looking very, very questionable at best. I don't think, from what it looks like right now, he's going to play. This could add a couple of extra totes for Tony Pollard to get him over that 59.5 prop. Next trip we're going to take is we're going to head down to the bayou, and we're going to go with the guy that everyone said at the beginning of the year he was washed up and everyone avoided him in fantasy drafts. That's right. That's AK Alvin Kamara. He's playing that very, very leaky Philadelphia Eagles front. They've given up 6.5 yards per carry to start the season and 157 yards per game. Jacobs at 16 for 84, Bijan at 14 for 97. I really, really think that that Alvin Kamara will get over this prop. They're going to want to get this ball in his hands, trying to get that Eagles offense off the field, work that clock, and we're going to just stay in the bayou here. I know this is going to be a lot. This is going to be very, very tough, but this game could turn out to be a shootout. I am looking at the over in this game. I think there could be a lot of points scored, hence why I'm going to stick with Rashid Shaheed over 49.5 in the bayou this weekend. I really, really think this guy can pull it off for a third straight week. He's had a catch in each game of the first 2 weeks that have put him over this prop. I like him in week 3 to do it. The other one that I'm thinking about, and I haven't made up my mind, but I'm really close to slamming, is the Chris Olave over 62.5 with the 4.5 receptions. At some point, this guy is going to start taking over this offense. He is the alpha male. And I do think against Philadelphia with that banged up secondary, a couple rookies starting in it, they're going to look to pepper him, and he's going to get the ball, and he's going to clear the 62.5 yard prop. Our next one, we are going to head over to, where are we going to go? We're going to head over to Texas. That's where we're going to go. We're going to go to Texas. We're going to stay in Texas for our next two. How about that? I like Lamar Jackson versus the Dallas Cowboys over 271 pass and rush yards. The Cowboys defense seemed a little susceptible last week. I think that's going to be the case. The Ravens are 0-2. They need to win. I'm going to look for Lamar to get his legs in action and get some passing yards out there and get this Ravens offense moving and try and get their first win of the season down in Big D. The last one I have for you is we're going to stay in Houston, and we're going to stay in Texas, and go over to Houston, and we're going to take Nico Collins over 70.5 receiving yards. Folks, his first 2 games, he's been over 115 yards per game. Right now, this guy, if not already a top 5 NFL receiver, is very much on the fringe. This big-bodied, unstoppable force on the Houston Texans is C.J. Stroud's number 1 target. He's going to look to pepper him. He's going to look at him early. He's going to look at him often. He's going to get him over the 70.5 prop. Win you guys some money. One more. I don't know that I'm playing, but I just want to throw out some numbers for you guys, and you guys can figure out if you want to cash them or pass them. The Chiefs tight ends have been very, very leaky versus tight ends this year. Likely went for 9 for 111 and a touchdown. Last week, Gesicki was 7 for 91. No touchdown. But now, do you guys fire up Kyle Pitts this week? I'm still undecided on this. I mean, the Chiefs have been pretty leaky. I'm going to let you guys decide, cash or pass. I gave you the numbers. You make the call. Let's switch over to the college gridiron before we get out of here. I'm going to go over to Stillwater, where the Oklahoma State Cowboys, shoot 'em up Cowboys, are a 1-point dog at home. And for reference for myself, I always like the team with the best player on the field. They do have a couple of good veteran quarterbacks in Cam Rising and Alan Bowman, but I think the best player on this field is Ollie Gordon, the second. And I think if they can get this ball over to him, that he's going to be able to handle this. Utah is a really, really good football team too. Don't get it twisted, because Micah Bernard is a very good wide receiver, or a very good running back in his own right. I just like home teams, and I'm going to take the Boom, boom, boom. Shoot 'em up, Cowboys. Oklahoma State plus the 1, laying the points. The next one, we're going to stay in Oklahoma. We're just going to head up the road to Norman, and I'm going to take the traveling Tennessee Volunteers. That's right. I'm going to take the Volunteers. They are 7-point favorites in this game. I do not like the way that Oklahoma has struggled at home versus Tulane and against Houston in the first couple of weeks. I think the score is a little deceiving in that Tulane 34-16 victory that they had last week. That game wasn't as smooth as that score would say. I am going to take the better roster here, and that is the Tennessee Volunteers in our ranked matchups this week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. Don't forget, Monday, the Hellas Hall Hangover will be back to review, hopefully, a Bears victory, and we're celebrating Victory Monday. Wednesday, Kyle and I will be back on the air. We will be previewing the Rams and the Bears back at Soldier Field on the lakefront. And don't forget about Dustin and Brando. They usually put their show out a little bit later. They're night owls sometimes. They like to burn the midnight oil. They'll be going on after the Thursday night football game. And, hey, do like I did today for those fellas, man. Give them a like. Give them a share. I had to catch them during the day today while I was driving around. It was one hell of a show. I know they're a little bit late. Not everyone likes to stay up late, but you can always listen to them in the car the next day. 4-star Chicago Sports. The last thing before we get out of here, we have to do our normal exit, because what a show would be without it.
Anything you want to get out there before you wrap up?
Shit, fuck Green Bay.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Let's go. That a boy. Awesome.
Hey, man, cash them or pass them. Hopefully we're filling your pockets. Stay tuned. I'll drop some more on the 4 Stars Facebook page as they come around to me. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for being with us and taking this 15 minutes to spend with me. I really appreciate it more than you know, because without you, I'm just talking to myself. Thank you guys. Go Bears. Hopefully we fill your pockets with these prop bets.